Hi there, and welcome to today's video. First, I'll be sharing a twisted story with you, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Then we'll go through some vocabulary practice together, where you can learn and review key words from the story. Let's get started. I decided to visit a small village one weekend. I wanted to escape the city for a bit. I found this village online, and it looked perfect. Quiet and peaceful. The kind of place where you can relax and enjoy the countryside. The drive there was lovely. The countryside was beautiful, and I felt excited. I had booked a small cottage for the night. I thought it would be a nice break from everything. When I arrived, something felt strange. It was around 6 p.m., but there were no people around. The streets were empty. No one was walking. No cars were parked, and no lights were on in the houses. It felt like I was the only person in the village. I thought it was odd, but maybe it was just a quiet evening. I found the cottage easily. It was small but cozy, with a little garden. I went inside and made myself comfortable, but by 8 p.m, I still hadn't seen anyone. No people, no cars, nothing. I started feeling uneasy, so I decided to take a walk to the village square, hoping to find a pub or cafe. But the village square was empty too. There were old buildings, like a post office and a pub, but everything was closed. There were no signs of life. It was so quiet that it made me feel nervous. I went back to the cottage, telling myself I was just overthinking. I thought I would feel better after a good night's sleep. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing strange noises outside, like footsteps and whispers. But every time I checked, there was nothing. The village was still and silent. Around midnight, I heard laughter. It was clear and close. I jumped out of bed, ran to the window, and saw a group of people walking through the square. Finally, I thought, some people. But when I looked closer, something was wrong. The people looked pale, almost see-through. I blinked, thinking I was seeing things, but they were still there, walking slowly towards the pub. They didn't look real. I was curious and scared at the same time. I put on my coat and went outside. As I got closer, I saw them more clearly. They were glowing, like ghosts. They didn't open the door to the pub. They just walked through it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I looked through the pub window. The ghostly people were sitting at tables, talking and drinking like everything was normal. But something was strange. They were moving in the same way, over and over. It was like they were stuck, repeating the same actions again and again. Then I remembered something. I had read about this village a long time ago. There was a terrible fire here years ago. The whole village was destroyed and many people died. I thought it was just an old story, but now I wasn't so sure. I was terrified. I turned to leave, but I heard footsteps behind me. My heart raced. I didn't look back. I ran to the cottage and locked the door. For the rest of the night I sat there, too scared to sleep. I could still hear the voices and the footsteps outside. They continued until morning, then stopped suddenly. As soon as the sun came up, I grabbed my things and left the village. I didn't look back, but even now I can still hear those ghostly voices in my head. And I wonder every full moon, do they come back? Are they still there, reliving the same night, waiting for someone like me to find them?